Hey students, today we will start cell organelles. You know very well, cell organelles are membrane bond structures contained in cytoplasm. Each one perform definite function, specific function. Its definition is also written here. Membrane bond structures contained in cytoplasm each perform specific function called cell organelles. Actually, these membrane bond structures can broadly be divided in three categories. Some are membraneless, some are bonded by single membrane, some are bonded by double membrane. Can broadly be divided in three groups. First one include all those cell organelles which are membraneless. Its examples are ribosome. Single membrane bond cell organelles are lysosome. Double membrane bond cell organelles. Most of the cell organelles are double membrane bond. It is mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Now, in this chapter, in 8th standard, you have to learn one by one about different cell organelles. An important role in cell, that's why I am starting from nucleus. Nucleus actually controls function of each and every part of the cell. That's why it is also called control room of the cell. First of all, we will see its position or location. Second one, what is its structure, and then we will discuss about its function. Now, come to the location or position. What is the location of nucleus? Where we will see animal cell, it is present in center. That means nucleus is centrally located. But when you will see plant cell, any plant cell, you will find nucleus is not centrally located. It is located towards periphery. Why towards periphery? Because the central position is occupied by larger vacuole. Now come to the structure of nucleus. Nucleus is bonded externally by double layered membrane. You can see here outer membrane, inner membrane in the diagram. It is surrounded externally by double layered membrane, outer and inner membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane, and in between the outer and inner membrane or on the surface of membrane you can find in some places some depression. You can see in the diagram the depressed areas are actually nuclear pore. Internally it is filled with a semi-solid fluid. What is the name of this fluid? This fluid is called nucleoplasm. Within the nucleoplasm, what is present? A tangent mass. What is the name of this tangent mass? It is nucleolus. Large number of thread-like structure, its number is also fixed in each species. You can find what is this thread-like structure. It is chromatin reticulum. That means what you find in structure of nucleus, nuclear pore, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, chromatin reticulum, etc. Each one perform its specific role in nucleus. Now come to its function. Function of different components of nucleus. Nuclear membrane, nuclear pore. Actually, nuclear membrane is double-layered membrane and it contains nuclear pore in some places. These are responsible for internal as well as external transport. That means these are involved in transportation role. Transportation means some substances can enter in nucleus and some substances exit nucleus through these nuclear pore or nuclear membrane. Now come to the third component. These are chromatin reticulum. Actually, chromatin reticulum are thread-like structure. It is converted in the form of chromosome when cell tend to divide. In dividing cell, chromatin reticulum contains cells and takes the shape of chromosome. This chromatin reticulum or chromosome consists of DNA and protein, and specific arrangement of DNA and protein in some places is called gene. Gene is present on chromosome, then what will be its role? It is gene is hereditary unit. Hereditary unit. Second one, it also helps in division of cell. That means in cell division also it plays its main role. Now come to the nucleolus. Ribosome synthesis occurs in nucleolus. It consists of RNA also. That's why it is responsible for ribosome synthesis. Ribosome synthesis is the main role of nucleolus. Now, in next class, we will proceed in other cell organelles. Thank you.